In the previous episode of Imperial Ambitions.
They're
Big
going
battle
in.
in Krakow.
Oof.
+4 on the shock. And as soon as they take the flanks out, that means they're going to be starting flanking the middle, and they're going to shatter. Yeah, Commonwealth is like blasting them. He's reinforcing with no morale. Don't do it.
No.
It's a trap. No. Rip the independent army. This is a spiral. Guys, you're watching an active meltdown in real time.
This, I believe, is our first rage quit in a Speed 5 show.
All right, and we are back, and I'm going to have a discussion with Iron to kind of talk about everything that's going on. Hello, Iron. Oh my gosh, it has been a very competitive, active, passionate.
Night.
Yes, that's a great word. I'm happy that you said that. Last hour. Wow, Scored. There's been a lot going on. So, would you like to give some insight?
Yeah, we've had, one of our alliance of players has decided to exit the game a little early. So we're going to have a drastic shift in the players' options, basically. So anyone who is allied with these players are now looking more of like, okay, well, can I use this land as my own?
Yes.
The despots on their borders are going to decide, do they want new vassals? Do they want to expand into them? So lots of different opportunities for players now. Not the way you want to see it, but it should be an exciting rest of the session as we see how players take the opportunities for these power vacuums.
And it was also the head of their HRE. So when I first talked to you at the top of the show, it was actually they were originally voting for the Commonwealth, and it was Bavaria. They switched. So it was actually
it looks like
Bavaria.
They changed their mind at some point.
Yes.
So
Bavaria managed to get it. Yes. Mm-hmm. But Bavaria just left the game, correct?
Yeah. So I think they're probably wishing that they had voted for the Commonwealth.
Right. Because now it's going to be AI, correct? That's going to be controlling, that's going to be head of the HRE and controlling this whole thing. So what happens from here?
Of course, the nations that have been abandoned won't be, their scores probably will not be improving. But like we said, it'll definitely open up different opportunities for the other players. So the other German nations have a chance to use this to grow. But of course, the despots can take advantage of it as well.
I would think that the despots would want to take advantage of this. I mean, we have seen a lot of shifts and a lot of alliances and some backstabbing, which, I mean, that's not new, for multiplayer. I mean, you're going to see that people are, depending on what their diplomacy is. Yeah, I mean, that's
we've been watching that the entire campaign, so.
Let's go ahead and let's take a look at all of our scores so we can kind of go through this. Prussia is actually no longer here, I don't think.
Prussia was one of the players, that has exited.
Which is kind of a bit of a shame because Prussia, I mean, it's been interesting watching him play this, but I mean, unfortunately, he decided to exit. But really not much has been going on, I want to say, with the bishops thus far. I mean, they're kind of at the lower end of it.
No, I mean, ever since they lost the Religious League War, that was really a big nail in their coffin. So, no, they've been fighting an uphill battle ever since then, for sure.
And then, of course, the Ottomans, I mean, we did see that big shift, and we'll see it as we go through this, but the Ottomans did lose their top #1 spot. I think they're third or fourth now?
Yeah, so we'll see that they're top in the despots right here, but both Frankfurt and the Hanseatic League are leading above them.
Which will be interesting. Now that Bavaria has left, it'll be interesting to see what the despots do because, if France can capitalize on that in the Commonwealth, and then we're looking at the princes right now, and Saxony is leading.
Yeah, so they've really got their work cut out for them as well, because the HRE is not the most healthiest of organizations currently.
Not right now. No.
But we'll see what they do when the next election comes around, because with Bavaria, an AI leading them, I don't have high hopes.
No, I don't either. And we were just looking at the magnates as well, which Japan, I mean, that is
now,
okay.
The magnates will be interesting because we got both Lübeck and Frankfurt. Are they going to work together to stay on top? Are they going to turn on each other? Of course, the Ottomans are now open to basically regain all of their possible points as they had in the early sessions.
Yes.
So if Frankfurt and Hanseatic League don't work together, I think the Ottomans would climb to the top again.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be kind of happy with turn of events here.
Probably.
It definitely works in their favor to have, the head of the HRE kind of leave and have an AI take over, because now they could just do whatever to it.
Mm-hmm. No, and they were putting up a strong fight, so definitely hate to see him go.
I'm going to go ahead and throw this to our casters so we can kind of see what's going to happen.
We have a peace between France and Milan, and the lands here in northern Italy have been split between France, 2 provinces to France, and then a few provinces to the Pope. I want to say these 3 provinces have belonged to the Pope. So who says that France doesn't give the Pope something. At least he gave him 3 provinces here, right?
Yeah.
It's
He's being a good overlord. I would
Or
like to
Milan.
point out that I believe when we started, we had 21 players, and now we are down to 12. So they are dropping like flies, and
Well, and you hate to see it, but it's understandable when people are maybe doing some unsavory things in multiplayer. I think it's human nature to get a little bit flustered about certain things. But yeah, this recent wave is very disappointing. But the show must go on. We have 3 major despots left, and hopefully we're going to see some conflict between them. I mean, the Commonwealth could very much attack the Ottomans right now if they wanted to. I'm pretty sure there is no truce, at least not that I'm aware of. Let's take a look here. Is there a truce? There is no truce. So the Commonwealth could do it if they wanted to, but it looks like the Commonwealth is not feeling so good. Oh, they are not feeling so good at all. They got 17,000 debt right now.
you know who's not feeling good is all of this free real estate left by with the players leaving. So we are seeing Burgundy going in. Switzerland looks like it's going to be carved up. If you are Milan, now's your chance, Milan. You go, Hogo.
That is it. Milan, you think he's going to?
I hope so. I want him to.
He has a truce with him, sadly, till 40 for 3 more years. But
Oh, rip.
does he have an army? He has no army, I'm pretty sure.
No army.
No
But
army?
he's got manpower and he's got a little bit of money, you know?
He's making 14 ducats
he's
a
not
month.
paying for troops.
Yeah, he's got 6,000 ducats in debt. Very clean, exactly 200 ducats loans.
You love to see it. And then Otto is coming in. Now,
Playing
what do
their
we
single
think?
player
What do we
Ottomans.
think that they're gonna do? Are they just gonna keep
He's gonna take
crawling up
Vienna
north?
back.
Yeah.
Nah, he'll take Vienna back. Vienna is a score accumulation spot point, so he's just gonna take Vienna, I reckon, and then probably, I don't know, take some money maybe. Hard to say. It's the AI, so he can peace out for whatever he wants to once he gets the relevant war score. Oh wait, Lubeck joined. I don't know if that's a new one. We have Hanseatic North Germany because his capital is in Thun. Oh my gosh, look at these rebels.
Yeah.
See, who says good guy Ottomans? Like, he's over here fighting the
Yeah,
Bavarian
fighting the
rebels.
Bavarian rebels. He's just helping out.
He's trying to help. That's why he was occupying him. It's for the greater good, citizen.
It makes the number go big, and that's good, even if that number is devastation.
Yes, that's exactly it. So we've got, what is going on here? Oh, Lubeck is involved in multiple wars, actually. So it doesn't look like he's going to be helping the Ottomans because he's got Burgundy and Brabant knocking on his doorstep here. Lots of ships coming out here, galleys looking to control the high seas. He doesn't really have much of an army that I'm seeing, though.
We've got a battle going on while they
over
are
here
sieging down.
in Brandenburg area. Oh, no, they just fled. They didn't even reinforce it.
Really proud of Hanseatic League, our Lubeck player, just coming in. I have faith in this war. They're making a bunch of ships, making a bunch of men. I think that they are probably going to be in a pretty good standing here.
Yeah. Mises up here is probably he's been like rock solid. He's been a good sport about everything. He's been incredibly skillful in his play. He has been playing to win, clearly, because I'm pretty sure if he's not winning right now, he was winning.
Oh,
so it's
topping
like,
the leaderboard in terms of points.
take a look at Bavaria.
Oh no.
Yo, that snaking is crazy,
The
bro.
French Ottoman border down here next to Trent. Oh,
Yo, what am I looking at, chat?
let's go.
He took so much land. There's no way he's going to core all that. He is.
Yeah, especially with all of the increased coring costs. And, so we are seeing all of this free real estate just being absolutely just carved into, like Franconia, Saxony. We've got this will be good though, because this is going to start to expand the borders of some of our smaller nations.
Yeah, and it might help the princes a little bit, because the Netherlands the reason why the Netherlands is Catholic is because he's a bishop. I forgot.
Yep.
So the bishops in Franconia, the Trappist order of Franconia, as well as the bishopric of the Netherlands, have a better chance now because they've got some land that they can take. That is more Catholic land that they could be adding. So Ottomans back to single player. Nothing new here. Ottomans came. He forced half of the lobby to rage quit and went back to playing single player. All they had to do was fight like 2 or 3 early wars with him, but no.
We had to fight in amongst ourselves in Germany.
Oh, so funny. Funny.
You know who I'm really impressed by? Obviously, Milan, I'm a big fan of, but Japan. The fact that this is Imperial Ambitions, I do feel like Japan should get points for being
style points at the very least.
Yeah. Like
Imperial, right?
Yeah, they're Imperial,
Japan.
right? It's like the RP is there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a divine. Oh, he's a monastic order as well. That's so funny. Divine Protectorate of Japan.
Yeah,
that is so
I love
good.
it.
Hell
I
yeah.
absolutely love it. So
That is really good. See, Sealand, you are an absolute legend for that.
Yep, and we're seeing some, New Japan.
He's got a
some
Yamato
colonizing.
as well.
Oh, you love to see it. Oh my goodness.
Oh man. So still have some blue flames here. I'm not sure if these are new. This is just Saxony versus the world by the looks of it.
It's looking like Brabant going in on Trier.
This is semi-new. This just started last year.
Milan, I think, is joined just because of alliances.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think that they're actually going to do anything about this.
Saxony just got bopped right there in that battle.
Just a little bopperooey.
Yeah. All right. Well, then what's going on with Trier over here? Trier is also at war with Brabant. That's the one that you had pointed out. Then Saxony's at war with Bohemia and Franconia.
One thing that I would like to see happen here would be someone help Milan. Someone just give Milan a small loan of 1 million ducats and let's see them take back northern Italy.
I'm rooting for Milan.
Oh, Otto's giving money to Milan.
Oh, good guy Ottomans.
Oh, good guy Ottomans.
So we do have a slow dissection of Switzerland going on. Milan has not pushed in yet, though.
No,
I think his
don't
truth's
think
up
they're
next
going
year.
to.
It's an AI. It's an AI. He's got no friends.
Milan has no army.
He could. He's just being lazy. He's paying off his loans first.
Yeah, I mean, economically, the right thing to do is not pay for an army.
He's still got a lot of debt. Oh my gosh, he's still got almost $4,000 in debt. 12 inflation. Oh, is this Levick?
Oh my gosh, please tell me it's Levick.
I bet it's Levick. I bet it is Levick.
It is Levick. Let's go. Yeah,
But,
we've got our hot joined Slavic Prussia, which honestly, this is a beautiful Prussia. If you're going to hop in onto an AI controlled nation, that's the one. You know, I don't think I would take any of these German nations. They're sort of in through the meat grinder at this point, but Prussia's actually looking really solid.
Prussia is very, very fine. All right, let's talk with Lady Magnus, see what she's got. Kind of insider details you got for us here.
Yay! Okay, so this might be a little bit my fault.
The rage quitting?
No, not the rage. No, I'm not that bad.
No, it's probably my fault. It's probably my
is
fault
your
from encouraging
fault.
people to attack each other.
I don't know if you've actually seen the Discords or not, but they're totally blaming you. But
Oh, really?
a little bit. But Slavic, the Slavic joining in is actually kind of my fault a little bit because I was like, so could you hot join into Prussia?
Yeah.
Because that would be fun. So there was a discussion of, does he hot join into Prussia or Bavaria? Which one does he go into?
Oh, Bavaria just got dissected.
Wongoed by the autos.
Yeah, a little bit. So I think that Prussia was kind of the wiser choice at this point for Slavic.
Yeah. No, yeah. Slavic is saving this ruined campaign for sure.
Yeah.
Well, on the bright side, I will say this, though. I think that there will be good that will come out of this because all of these princes, to be honest, were kind of going against each other the whole time anyways.
Yes.
And so I think this will open up some orders for some of the despots to start fighting and all. Because that's, at the end of the day, we want to see blood, right? And we want to see the despots beating the tar out of each other. I want to see the Commonwealth attack the Ottomans right now.
Yeah. And
That's what I want to see.
Or the Ottomans and Prussia, do a little pincer maneuver on the Commonwealth,
Sheesh.
I would think that sooner or later they would have to go after each other. At some point, you would think that they would stop beating on Germany and go after each other. I mean, but Chewie, you need to go in there and poke around some more. Like you need to cause some trouble.
I need to start doing some
blaming
name
you
calling.
for it.
There was a bit of chirping going on in the Discord. I think that we're going to see some big wars coming out of this. I think that there's a lot of free real estate now in southern Germany. It's a shame because you're going to see tags get taken out that were in the scoreboard, which I do hate to see that happen. But at the end of the day, if that means we get some extra crazy big numbers coming from the guys that survive, I'm all for it.
So what do you think is going to happen with head of the HRE now? Because I think it still is Bavaria, correct?
Yep.
No one's
It
died.
is Bavaria.
Yeah.
No, and it looks like the vote is pretty heavily split right now, but as of right now, Bavaria will be staying the HRE. So here's the funny thing.
Interesting.
Most of the electors were players, and since they all left, It's all AI now.
No, you still have Burgundy and Brabant. At least you have Burgundy and Brabant.
Prussia
and
just switched to Moravia, so we have Moravia looking to win it right now. Slevik just voted for Moravia, just so you know. So we'll see. I mean, at this point, I think the HRE is sadly a moot point. We're mostly going to be looking at the magnates versus the despots. That's who's going to be in the score
that makes
competition. Sense. And right now, Lubeck is winning, and by a lot. By quite a bit, like a 20% lead or something like that. So he's, if anything, they might need to be keeping their eyes on him.
Don't you think that the Ottomans might try to get some of their points back, though?
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. So the thing is that the Ottomans have all of the victory points that they took from the Commonwealth a couple of weeks ago, and there was a bit of back and forth. So right now, the Ottomans realistically are in a good spot. If they just play and continue to stack their points, they will probably win. I don't know about winning out over Lubeck, but at least be the number one despot.
I was going to say, who do you think realistically would be top 3 in your mind right now to look out for? Obviously, Lubeck, Ottomans. Who do you think other than that? Do you think Commonwealth is number 3?
It's really hard to say because France is super powerful.
Right.
But the thing is I do really like the Commonwealth. It's hard to say. Yeah, I think it's really a coin flip between France and the Commonwealth, between who is the big guy. I think it really is a coin flip.
I believe that they've been kind of silently allied this entire lobby, and if they were to band up together and go in on the Ottomans, Commonwealth could get a lot of those point provinces back, and that would actually really turn the tide in terms of points for the despots.
Yeah, and that would create a big disturbance. Yeah,
I would like it. I don't know. I would really like it if we get to the last episode and everybody just goes, you know what? Let's just all go after the despots and just see what could happen from it. Just, it's our last episode, all or nothing. Let's just go after them and see what happens.
After all 3 of the despots, like despots versus the world, because the world would get wrecked. The world would get bodied.
I was going to say, I think the despots at this point have won.
Yeah,
and
probably,
won the game, not necessarily won Imperial Ambitions, the show, but because they are unstoppable. The 3 of them combined are.
Yeah, especially
we don't
if
need
they
to
all
talk
wanted
about
to
the
band
other
together.
despot, the 4th despot. We don't talk about them.
You too?
If Sweden, if they want to go back and grow their Swedish March, that's a spooky war.
Though, because a lot of the Swedish cores are going to be permanent as well. Actually, yep, he's got a lot of cores still.
Yep,
a lot of cores.
All right, I'm going to leave this back to you two. And
okay, thanks, Lady Magnus.
So, yeah, that's actually a really good point. Would you love to see Prussia go against the Hanseatic League?
I really would. Yeah, I want to see the Prussia-Hans war, and I want to see glorious Sweden get reclaimed. That's
that would be the most poetic outcome of this entire run.
Yeah, March Sweden.
March Sweden come back like a phoenix from the ashes, played by an AI nation.
Yeah. Now, what I think is pretty funny is, so Prussia was a player and they were marched to the Commonwealth, and now that they've dropped out, Slevik has picked it up. Now it's a Prussia player with a Sweden march who also used to be a player, but then has also dropped out. So we're seeing this weird chain domino effect almost.
Yep. It's and so Rome Egypt, the guy who was playing as Switzerland, he's in the chat and he's basically saying the despots were too strong, they were given way too much time, and I agree, but at the same time you guys knew that, you know what I mean? That wasn't a secret. That wasn't a secret from the very beginning, So we had cautioned
earlier on that maybe some of the smaller German nations should start banding together. We pointed out as soon as France started just having unchecked Iberian and unchecked English expansion, that they were going to be super terrifying. Also, these countries are on the edge of the player map. So ultimately, in order for them to expand, it's just free real estate for them, whereas everyone else was sort of bunched up in Central Europe. I do think that it would have been a difficult war, in the 1400s for all of the Germans to say, gang up and fight Commonwealth or Ottomans, but it would have been doable. And then again, that silent alliance between France and the Commonwealth is very, very dangerous. They're not formally allied, but they have helped each other out in things, and that is just, ooh boy. Yeah, it's I guess you would call it the waffling of these alliances, going back and forth saying, okay, we will death war you, and then 15 minutes later say, actually, I will help you against the war against the small German nation. You know what I mean?
Right now, I'm just like sitting here laser focused on the Commonwealth, seeing what are they going to do next.
Well, what I'm looking at is Ottos are fighting Dalmatia, AI player, but the Pope has some, Dalmatian lands that if France wanted to deck the war to give the Pope some land, they very well could, and it would just be free real estate. Obviously, the Pope can't deck his own war because he's a subject. At what point do you, look up, Big Daddy France, please, declare this war for me?
Let's take a look at army losses. That's a big one.
Okay.
Under military. Yeah. So the Ottomans, with a total of 8.3 million losses, over half to attrition. Generally, I feel like the AI is about 50-50 combat to attrition. Normally players are a little bit less, of course. But yeah, 4.6 million to attrition. They've lost 1.1 million artillery. That's expensive.
That is expensive, yeah. Oof.
France has lost over 6 million, and then the Hanseatic League has lost under 4. So France and the Ottomans, the two despots, holding it down on more front than one, getting lots of men killed. Most of the French probably died in northern Italy, and then the Ottomans was just like in Carpathia / Bulgaria. That was where all those guys fell. Sadly, Prussia's almost to 3 million. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Prussia has lost almost as many men as the Commonwealth.
To be fair, though, the AI Prussia was just sort of walking, little stacks into battle. And, when it's an AI controlled nation for a while, you can't really keep those numbers as being super valid because sometimes the AI just sort of eats themselves.
Oh, the AI 100% just, Mitt's not alive anymore. But so I'm trying to see here who else we got. We got Trier, Bavaria, Franconia. Dalmatia is actually still in the top 10, despite not having a player for the last 2 weeks. So just goes to show you how hard Bavaria or Dalmatia was going in that first couple of weeks. Dalmatia is so disappointing. They were such a beastly nation early on.
I was real proud of them.
Yeah, same. Even Saxony is still up over 1 million. Milan has lost 1 million, which is kind of crazy. Japan has
not really. Milan's been getting beat up over and over and over again.
He just keeps getting stack wiped, though. I didn't know. I mean, a stack wipe is only like 40-50K, right? So not 1 million. But Japan and then Switzerland has actually under 1 million. So Milan, how's Milan doing? Let's see here. He's receiving 5 ducats per month from Burgundy. Good guy, Burgundy.
Oh, GG's lobby. GG's.
That's it. A little. This is good. This is GM. Good manners.
Yep. This is what we like to see.
We do still have a Moravia looking to take over the emperorship next election cycle.
So taking a look at just the sheer numbers that everyone's got.
As far as army size?
Yeah, and economy and manpower available and things like that.
Right,
I mean, we could have several quadrants of kind of, groups of players that are left that could kind of team up and duke it out just based on just the numbers here. But I'm not sure at this point if people are just going to be grabbing land or if they're going to be grabbing points. At this point, you do need to be focusing on score and not particularly just expanding for the sake of expansion.
We actually did have back-to-back leader deaths. He died within a couple of years. And that's why we had a 4-year-old emperor here. So
gotcha.
If you take a look at these points, yes, the Hansa is over almost 1,000 points, but it looks like Frankfurt and the Ottomans are neck and neck. I want to say Frankfurt has pulled a little bit ahead of the Ottomans because I'm pretty sure they were 20 points ahead of them last time. Now it's what is this, almost 200? So but yeah, the Hanseatic League is well out in front still, no surprise. But France is, man, it's weird. I feel like France is doing way better than they are.
In the next episode of Imperial Ambitions.
Hogatan, come on. Hogatan, how have you lost 50,000 men to the AI? Hogatan, please. That is a morale damage versus a morale of armies. That's a no-go. Yep. They're done. Oh, wait. No, Bavaria. The Burgundians, the winged hussars arrive for Burgundy. Oh, it's too late.
They're going to
stack wipe. That's a stack wipe. Yep.
Over,
oh my gosh. It's another -3. Another -3. That's actually a -4. It's a -4 because it's a ramparts. And the French are going to win.
Make sure to subscribe for the next episode of Imperial Ambitions.